There have been some new developments in the Ashwin saga. A YouTube friend decided to call Ashwin at work and tell him that she was Brittany, you know, the mistress of my fake husband Richard. I then felt it necessary to come up with some sort of explanation as to how it was possible that Brittany got his phone number. You'll see when I read the emails and the Google Plus posts.
4 a.m.
Yeah, hi, Brother. So this is Ashwin. As soon as possible, when you reach my voicemail, when you get my voicemail, please contact me on Google account or contact me on my number. I will provide you my number as well. In fact, you have my number. My number is 844-809-2886. I can repeat it for you. 844-809-2886 because I had some work, because I want to talk with you regarding to the Brittany and regarding to Richard, because they must told you, like, they told you some illegal things for you, and I just want to tell you these things. So as soon as possible, please ring us on that number. Thank you. Have a great day, Princess. Bye-bye.
End of message. To erase this message,
He wanted to talk about the Brittany and Richard telling him illegal things. Yes, I guess what he was talking, well, you'll see. It sounded like he was on the street or something, like there were some cars honking their horns. Sometimes he calls me from a Skype number, and other times he calls from the number that he listed. I haven't been available to talk because I've been too distraught over the breakup of my marriage. Okay, this is Katrina C., aka Brittany. She said, so I spoke to him. I basically said my name is Brittany and my boyfriend Richard found his number in Princess's call log. And Richard wants to know why he, Ashwin, is calling his wife. He said it's just about business and he's too busy to speak with me right now. He said he'll call me back to talk about Princess, Richard, Fred, and Princess's daughter, which I thought was kind of creepy since I never said a word about your daughter. I also have noticed he asked about her a lot in your videos. That's true. He has done that. Then she said, he kept trying to ask if we could be friends. I told him no because he's friends with Princess, and I don't like Princess because Richard is considering going back to her. Oh, by the way, I told him I'm a 19-year-old stripper. I also told him Richard thinks he's a scammer. This was hilarious because I had just told Ashwin that I found out Richard spent money on our credit card at a strip club, so that just worked out perfect. She said he asked about my kids that were talking in the background. I told him they are Richard's kids that I'm watching, and like, oh my gosh, they are so annoying. I told him they are 5 and 1, and their names are Jacqueline and Sophia. So now I have to remember that my younger kids' names are Jacqueline and Sophia. I told him I have secret info on you, and I'll let him know everything. If Richard leaves me, I will be telling him everything, Princess. Okay, so now what I recommend is if anybody calls him, just say that Brittany sent you. Then she said, I tried calling him yesterday, but they said he's sick and didn't come to work. They asked why I keep calling. Here are the latest Google Plus posts. Unbelievable. I got up in the middle of the night and caught Brittany on my computer. Who knows what she was looking at? I never did anything to anyone. I'm a good person. You have my husband, Brittany. Take him. He's all yours. What else do you want from me? Why do you want to hurt me? And I thought I'd throw in a little real life stories. I told Ashwin, just between him and me, that I was going to get a dog and train it to attack Brittany. So I wrote, I decided today during therapy that what I really need right now is a sweet, harmless, adorable puppy. I don't need a relationship. I need unconditional love from someone who won't humiliate and utterly betray me. A puppy would be perfect. The kids are going to be so excited. Maybe we need more than one puppy because I don't want them fighting over it. Can anyone recommend a good breed? And inspired by the news, I said, I was on my way home from walking the kids to school today when a man in a clown suit appeared out of nowhere and chased me until I tumbled down a long hill. Someone took a video of it, probably his accomplice. I spent the rest of the afternoon making a police report. I hate clowns, and I hate my life. I'm going to need double the therapy at my next session. Okay, so after Fred said he hoped the Teletubbies French maid thing was a joke, I believe where I left off was, I said, of course it's a joke. They think I'm a joke. Richard, what was Brittany doing on my computer in the middle of the night? Does she have a key to the house? Fred, thank you for standing up for me. I'm not ready to think about a relationship. I saw my therapist today and she agrees. She also said I should call the police on Brittany, but that there's nothing I can do if Richard gave her a key because then technically it's not a break-in. I could swear she went through my underwear drawer though. I fell asleep last night while I was reading to Zenith and Quasar. When I woke up, they had drawn in Sharpie all over my face. I got up to try to remove the pen, and that's when I heard laughter coming from downstairs. It was Brittany. She had printed out a bunch of stuff and wouldn't show me what it was. She ran away before I could get them from her. She was still laughing all the way to her car. I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure she was looking at our tax return, which has all of our social security numbers. Richard, what do you see in this woman? Do something about this. I don't understand how both of you could treat me so awful. I didn't do anything wrong. And then that's when Ashwin got a phone call from Brittany. He says, Princess, today Brittany called me like 7 to 8 times and she spoiled my valuable 3 to 4 hours, telling to me that Princess is not a great lady. She told me a scammer and she put my job in danger. That's terrible. I'm sure his scammer boss hates it when people call him and tell him he's a scammer. I wrote back, Brittany is a horrible person. I'm going to get a dog to make sure she stays out of my house, and I'm putting it on Richard's credit card. If she calls again, do not tell her about the dog. I hope it bites her in the butt. Actually, I'm going to go to the pound and ask them for their meanest dog. I need Richard's credit card to hire a lawyer to divorce him. Guess what? I just found out he used it at a strip club. It's like I don't know him at all. I'm going to prepay my legal fees and max out the card. Don't talk to Brittany anymore. Just hang up on her. She probably wants to give you my social security number and other stuff. How can a person be so evil? Ashwin says, I'm with you, Princess, so don't worry about it, because you are my friend. I am always with you, my friend. Ooh, what does he mean by that? Then he says, Princess, where are you, dear? I think that was when he was trying to call me. He doesn't understand. I'm too distraught to talk on the phone right now. I said, had a terrible day and just got your message. One of my friends called me and said, Brittany told me this guy named Ashwin fixed her computer and said he would be able to fix my computer too, so I should call him. Did you really fix her computer? I thought she just called to make trouble. I'm so tired, I can't even think straight. I was chased by a crazy person today and went falling down a steep hill as I tried to escape. It's just been one thing after another. I need a vacation. He actually sounds kind of mad here. No, Princess. I did not fix her computer. Brittany is a bloody liar. Strong language from Scammer Man. I said, I'm afraid she may have printed out my list of contacts and might tell all of my friends to call you. Frowny face. Ajwin says, maybe, princess, 'cause every day I get a call from different numbers. In fact, one lady told me, if you want my body, ... whole, so please send me $500. I think something got lost in the translation there. But I think we can all guess what this person said. Next, I said, what? That definitely sounds like Brittany. I heard she's a stripper, which would explain Richard's credit card bill. She hates me, and therefore she hates my friends. I think Richard even lets her babysit our kids. He took our little ones away, and when I called him, I couldn't hear them in the background. They were both upset when they got home. I wouldn't be surprised if she had her stripper friends call you. Okay, so if you all call him your stripper friends, okay? He says, Princess, Brittany told me I am just 19-year-old and I have well-maintained figure. I am with Richard 'cause he spent lot of money at me. So he has right to use my body, and that's why I hate Princess. If Richard want my body, then why Princess interfere between our relation? She also told me we had spent a lot of time alone in Bahamas in a single room, at single bed. In fact, I used Richard's shirt to wear and lot of BS's. She told me, Princess, I believe she is a whore. Oh, man. I'm not going to start laughing until I cry again. I said, I don't even know what to say. I'm so humiliated, stressed, and I can't seem to stop throwing up. I wouldn't be surprised if the man who chased me yesterday had something to do with Brittany. I can't prove it, but hopefully the police will figure it out. I don't know why Richard wants to be with her. She is young and in shape, but her face isn't very pretty. I'm older, but I'm beautiful, and I have stayed physically fit for Richard. I've worked so hard and ate so much celery just so he ends up cheating on me anyway. More importantly, I am a kind person. Brittany is not. I guess it was mean of me to send those pictures to her grandma, but I had just had enough, you know? Will any man ever truly love me? All this time I thought Richard did, so how would I ever know real love? How could any man ever love someone as stupid as me? Fred says he does, but I'm confused. I got a call from Quasar's teacher today and had to meet with the principal. He was hysterical and was yelling something about strippers, prostitutes, and pumpkins. I have no idea why. He's been emotionally traumatized and isn't making any sense. I don't know what I can do to stop Brittany from bothering you at work. I'll try to think of something. I'm going to take a nap. I'm exhausted from crying. He says, Princess, don't cry, please. For me, please don't cry. I just want to listen your laugh. If you think that I am your friend, so please don't cry, my friend. Then he says, I am always there with you. In fact, you are the most beautiful lady in this world, and I can prove it, my dear. Oh boy, I wasn't quite ready to go down this road with him. I was thinking later down the road. I have some evil plans in the future. Okay, then he says, Princess, when are you there? Oh, when you are there, please give me a message. Then I said, Aw, look at you trying to cheer me up. That's so sweet. I just basically ignored the whole you're the most beautiful woman in the world. I just had to go shopping with all of the kids because we were out of everything, and now I have to run out to a rehearsal. Have a good night and try not to worry about me too much. It's just a really hard time, but I'll make it through somehow. He says, Princess, 'cause you are a great lady, that's why I'm telling you. A great lady. And yeah, Princess, being a friend, it's my job to worry about you. And whenever you want my support, I always stay with you, my dear friend. My lovely friend. I feel like this is becoming kind of a sophisticated game of chicken. He must know that this is a game. But just how weird is the conversation going to get? I would tell you my plans, but I want it to be a surprise. Or do you think Ashwin is falling in love with me? Who couldn't fall in love with this face? I'm very attractive. P.S. I would never eat celery. That is the hardest lie I had to tell. I hate celery.